Good morning, Internet, and happy Monday to you all. Monday, new week means new opportunities and new one step closer to the goal of being able to complete an ultra after 18 months on the sidelines with a torn knee ligament. So, from that perspective, today being Monday, start off the day well. Gym session first thing in the morning, or first thing in the morning, not quite first thing in the morning, it's 10 a.m. at the moment. As you can see, bright sunny sky behind me, not a breath of wind. So that means that gym session now, in 2 hours time at noon, there'll be another gym session, meeting up with a friend of mine, and then once that's done and dusted during the course of the afternoon, I'll be heading out on a bit of a bike ride as well to make it 3 workouts to kick this week off for a Monday. What are you doing for your Monday? How are you getting your fitness goals back up on track and up to speed? Let me know in the comments below. But until just a little bit later, here I am right at the front door of the gym. Speak to you later and cheers. Well, that's the first workout of the day done and dusted, and just something that I wanted to share with you briefly is that my recording, the number of videos that I'll be planning on giving you each week I'm planning on upping that ever so slightly. So the general plan is for these longer form videos to be coming out to you on a Sunday, record them during the course of the week, edit them on a Saturday, and then bring them to you so that you can watch them on a Sunday afternoon. But with that being said, during the week, just to keep you not too bored, I'll be dropping probably a YouTube short or some sort of other form of really short content, and with that I'll be able to give you 2 videos on each week. Some of that short form content will be some of the videos that I recorded a while ago and never got around to editing. By editing those up, they'll probably be around about 2-3 minutes each. And then, as I said, this type of longer form content. What's also going to be happening is I'm looking at some new editing software that I plan to use on these longer form videos, and that'll probably be kicking off round about the beginning of February, during the course of the month of February or so that I can bring you some interesting and different types of videos, because right at the moment the editing software that I'm using is incredibly simple and it allows me to do very little else than these type of talking head videos, single perspective, and clip the 2 things together. Inlaying videos inside of other videos and things like that is just beyond the scope of what my current editing software is able to do. So that's something that I'm looking at bringing in for all of you, so that you can have more engaging videos. And then, speaking of more engaging videos, the with me hopefully during the course of this week getting the okay from my physio to be able to start running again, I'm going to, in anticipation of that, already charge up the GoPro camera so that you can get some slightly different, more actiony type of footage rather than just me talking to my phone as I'm doing right now. So with that being said, let me get my shower on after my first workout. I've got a mere 90 minutes until my second gym session, when I'm meeting somebody at gym for first workout was 30 minutes of cardio, and then heading into probably an hour, 2 hours or so of pushing weights. That's it for right now. Speak to you just a little bit later in and around that second workout. Till then, cheers. Good afternoon or evening, whatever you would like to be calling it, and welcome to my third workout of the day, which second workout being the gym session with a friend of mine. We did about an hour or so of chest, back, core and shoulders, which was a reasonably good workout. So now I'm out for a bike ride to get another little bit of cardio in for my third workout of the day. And as you can see, with the type of terrain, it is most definitely a mountain bike type of ride this evening, and not too hectic a ride, and trying to keep things relatively flat-ish, as flat as you can get in a mountainous part of the world. And it's now 3 minutes to 6 in the afternoon, which means that I've got about 20 minutes to sunset, so I'd better get skedoodling if I don't want to get caught out in the dark. So with that being said, have yourselves a good evening, and I'll see you bright and early in the morning for my first workout of a Tuesday, being my fourth workout of the week. Till then, stay safe. Cheers. And a good morning and a happy Tuesday. Tuesday morning early, that can only mean one thing, and it is once again a gym session. Today is just going to be on the elliptical, and unfortunately my physio tells me that I need to hold off on actually hitting the trails for maybe just one more week. I can't wait to get back out there. It has been so long since I've been able to do a proper trail run, but let's follow the physio's instructions and make sure that I can get back to running properly and not jump in too quickly and get myself all sidelined again for good, who knows how many months. So that's my little bit of sad news that I've got, but let me get stuck into this elliptical session and I'll chat to you in just a bit. Till then, cheers. Good afternoon. Got a super fine workout on the elliptical this morning, and this afternoon is a bike ride. Still trying to tread gingerly on the knee, and hopefully in the not too distant future I'll be able to get out onto the mountains. Unfortunately you can't see them out behind me because the image in the background there is all washed out because of the variable light conditions. I'm under trees, and that's still in full sun in the later afternoon. But hopefully I can get back out onto those mountains in the really, really near future and start bringing you awesome trail running content here on a channel that is called Trail Run Planet, backed up by a blog called Trail Run Planet. But even though I can't be bringing you video content out on trail running, go check out trailrunplanet.com, the blog, where I'm still able to write all about trail running and various trail run destinations, even though I can't get out onto those very same trails right at the moment just yet. But at the risk of this starting to sound like an awful whinge fest, let me get stuck into back onto the mountain bike that's just there behind me and get the rest of this ride in. As you can see, some brilliant trails that I've got to ride on along here, and whatever you do, wherever you are, get out there, get out into nature and start working on your fitness, just like I'm trying to be working on my fitness as best I can under the circumstances that I have. But with that being said, have yourself a good evening, take care, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. And good morning, internet. Sorry about the angled rider running there in the background. I'm on my way to gym in a slightly different looking gym outfit. My second workout of the day. I just did a little bit of chest and back earlier just to get the blood flowing and moving along. Now I'm meeting a friend at gym, and today is Wednesday, so it can only mean one thing: leg day. And we all know how much we absolutely love leg day. I'll check in with you at the end of the workout and let you know how well leg day went today. Until then, see you in just a moment, because I'm right at the gym now. 11:02, I'm supposed to be here at 11. Slightly late, but so be it. Chat to you later. And welcome back. It is a Wednesday afternoon, and as I mentioned earlier, meeting up with a friend earlier this morning. That was 11 o'clock in the morning for Legs Day. And Legs Day is what you can expect from Legs Day. It was painful, it was brutal at times, but we got it done. Now, What's the perfect way to finish off leg day in the gym? Of course, head out onto the trails and jump on your trusty mountain bike. Let's see if you can see it there just behind me. There we go. That's right. A mountain bike ride. There we go. That's a bit of view. A mountain bike ride out on the trails as a perfect way to end the day that started off at 11 with leg day in the gym. Time is now 20 to 5 in the afternoon. Gives me about another hour and 40 minutes until it starts getting dark. So plenty enough time to get a fairly decent mountain bike ride in out on the trails and help get my cardio fitness sort of back on track before the physio gives me the all clear to start running on these awesome trails again. But with that being said, let me get back onto the bike, keep riding, keep building the cardio, and I hope you are doing exactly the same thing. I'll see you again in the morning, which for what will probably be another gym session to start things off. Maybe I'll be able to get a little bit of a jog in, let's see, but I'll wait and see what the training program has for me when I get up in the morning. With that being said, let me get back on the bike, let me get training, and chat to you soon. Good morning, Internet, and welcome to a Thursday morning. Now, between you and I, let's just see what we can do today. The program for today says that I'm supposed to be heading into the gymnasium and knocking out yet another 30 minutes on the elliptical. But as I'm walking along here, as you can see behind me here, this road, it's about the only piece of flat road around here, and it's about a quarter-mile in length. So let's see, with the dog barking around in the background, let's see if I can get from this end of the road to that end of the road where there's a little olive tree at a nice jog and see if I get to that end without any pain. But let's make a deal on this. If I get from here to there without any pain, you at the very least are going to boop the like button in this video. So let's see. Here I am at the end of the road, ready to make the turnaround and get to the other end, quarter mile at a jog before heading back into the gym and get that elliptical workout done. See you in just a moment, or should I say in a quarter mile from here next to an olive tree. See you there. And I am back, and as you can see clearly, right, should I turn this way? Right there behind me is one olive tree. And let me just come around the corner here, go move up even closer from the point of view of proof. Right there, one olive tree. And as additional proof, slightly dried out, but right there is one olive. That means that I made it the approximately quarter mile-ish or so, all the way to that olive tree over there. So a deal's a deal. Boop the like button in this video, because we can call this a breakthrough on getting back into running. Made it all the way that quarter mile, and what's even better, the knee is not hurting at all. Now heading back through around into the gym, continue the elliptical training session and double check that no painful niggles in the knee start up again. But overall, it looks like we're going to be having a good rehab recovery this time round and getting back into running, which means more brilliant content that I'll be able to share with you once I can get out from inside the village on this one and only flat piece of road that you can see extending out there behind me, and get out onto the trails that are far more interesting and will have far more stories to tell. I mean, there's so many interesting trails around here that I want to take you on, share with you, as well as documenting the process all the way back from being hardly able to walk at all the way back up to ultra distance running out on the trails, which is what this channel is all about. But that's my story there. And a question I received was one piece of advice that I could give to a runner starting out. Well, even though I'm not quite a complete beginner novice runner, what I'm doing right at the moment is just starting out once again after an 18-month layoff. So if you're a beginner runner and you're wanting to know what to be doing just as you're starting out, begin with run walk. I did my quarter mile in that direction. Now I'm walking the quarter mile back before heading into the gym and doing a little bit of elliptical. Do it one small step at a time, small little increments, so that you can gradually increase your mileage, because your cardio fitness will increase way quicker than what the strength of your tendons, ligaments and other connective tissue will be able to do. So the easiest way to not get yourself injured is to take your incremental increases way slower than what your cardio fitness will be indicating to you that you are capable of. But that's my little bit of preaching for the day done. Have yourself a stunning day, and I'll chat to you a little bit later and let you know how the elliptical session went, and potentially the later on this afternoon bike ride as well. Till then, stay safe out there, and I'll speak to you real soon in your time. It'll be in just a couple of seconds. Cheers. And back again. Gym session in the bag. Just a short little 30 minutes on the elliptical to back up after that tiny little quarter mile run. Speaking about that quarter mile run, just in case I forget, remind me in the comments that I'm supposed to be putting the Strava file of that quarter mile run down as a pinned comment below this video. But as things happen over the weekend, I may just forget all about that. But that being said, as you can see, I got the headphones in. I wasn't listening to a podcast this morning. I was watching 4 times over a little YouTube video about a shot in the game of paddle called the Chiquita, which I'll be writing about today on my other blog called worldpaddelinsider.com. And do me a favor, go and check out worldpaddelinsider.com to see what else I've been doing in the blogging front besides writing about trail running on trailrunplanet.com. But that brings me to the end of the morning snippets of today's video. Do stay tuned, and I'll speak to you real soon. Cheers. Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to yet another blue sky, sunny afternoon here in the south of Spain. And as you guessed it, looking at what I'm wearing at the moment, yes, it's another mountain bike ride. And let me just get back out so that I'm standing slightly in the sun, and hopefully I can get back out onto those mountains running really, really soon. As I mentioned to you earlier, my quarter mile single run repeat this morning went without a hitch, got onto the elliptical and managed to finish that pain-free as well, so which means that I seem to be on the road towards being able to run again. Please excuse the dogs barking in the background. Winter time here in Spain, which means that it is hunting season, and it is now just going on towards 5:30 in the afternoon, so which means that it is the kennels of hunted dogs that are in the process of getting fed for the afternoon, and they are all super excited to be getting their evening meal. But be that as it may, another interesting question that I got asked in the village by somebody today was, am I following the Australian Open tennis tournament that started just a couple of days ago? And the resounding answer to that is no. And not because I'm not a tennis fan. I play the sport of paddle which is what led to my knee injury in the first place, but that's another story altogether, which is very similar to the game of tennis. So yes, I do enjoy tennis. However, what the Australian government have done as far as the whole Djokovic fiasco, issuing him with a visa and then rescinding that visa the moment he lands after an 18-hour flight, is just a touch too much to bear from my point of view. Now, there are many people in the UK and the US that have been talking about issues relating to what he has said on his visa application and things like that. But bearing in mind that people from the UK and the US are on what they call Tier A passports. Tier A passports have way different travel requirements than what a Tier B passport has. I travel on a Tier B passport, and Serbia has a Tier B passport, so I'm somewhat in the loop as far as what those requirements are. And one of the things is that you can't apply for a visa from a Tier B country in anything less than 4 to 6 weeks before you do to travel. And one of the things that the I think it was the Breaking Points on YouTube was reporting was that the Djokovic's visa was rescinded because he lied on his visa application form. And the question in his visa application form, had he travelled outside of Serbia within the last 2 weeks? Now, if he is applying for his visa at least 4 to 6 weeks ahead of time, and he was outside of Serbia 2 weeks before travelling, that means that he was outside of Serbia after applying for his visa. So which means that at the time of applying for his visa, he could have quite easily answered the question honestly, saying that in the 2 weeks prior to his application, he hadn't travelled outside of Serbia. Simple. The fact of the matter is that when making a visa application from a Tier B country, at the time of you making your application, you hand your passport in to the embassy. So which means that during the time that he was applying for his visa to be able to travel to Australia, he wouldn't have had his passport. So during the time of application, he wouldn't have been able to travel outside the country. So which means that if he was only applying for his visa 2 weeks before travelling, he wouldn't have had his passport to be able to travel to Spain. So it's obvious that he travelled to Spain after having received his visa already. So that argument doesn't quite wash in my books. But anyway, my take on the matter is no, I'm not watching the Australian Open because I don't want my view to be feeding the internet algorithm to show that the Australian Open and ipso facto the Australian government is worthy of my attention. But that's my take on the matter. Let me know what you think. Let's just keep the debate about this in a rather civil manner, but that's my take. Getting back to fitness level type things, I hope that you as well are getting onto your fitness goals and coming along on the ride, so to speak, with me as I slowly work my way back to full ultra running fitness. But that brings me to the end of Thursday's edition. By the way, on Friday, the vlogging part of Friday tomorrow is going to be slightly different, especially in the afternoon. I've got something super exciting planned for you. Stick around and you'll find out exactly what that is. Till then, cheers. Anyway, so stupid of me this morning. I forgot to clear the video that I recorded yesterday afternoon, so I wasn't able to record anything on my way to the gym because the phone was full. And this is the little bit of extra news that I have for you as far as this afternoon is concerned. Remember all that olive picking that was happening last week that was part of my training? Well, now we are down at the olive mill just here behind me and dropping off 442 kilos of olives, which will in a month or so be golden olive oil. Should give us around about, say, about 110 litres worth of olive oil, which should be almost enough to last the year. What do you think? Post your comments down below if you think 100 litres of oil is enough for a year. anyway, that being said, let me get back on my bike, which is parked just behind me over there somewhere, and head back. Need to pull on a wind jacket because it's getting just a touch bit chilly, and I'll chat to you all really soon, and stay safe, train hard, and hopefully we'll be getting together on the trails really soon. Until then, cheers. And I got back from the olive mill just in time to still have approximately 40 minutes of daylight left, and why waste a bit of daylight on a stunning day when winter and I can be in short sleeves? Why waste just the tiny little bit of additional sunshine on a winter's day when you can get out onto the trails and nab just a couple of extra miles just to round out the week properly? So that's exactly what I've done right here. And by the way, I haven't mentioned it to you yet, but would you do me a massive favor and feed the YouTube algorithm by just booping that like button? I wouldn't dream of asking you to subscribe to a channel called Trail Run Planet on a video that doesn't have any actual trail running in it. So just boop the like button to feed the algorithm, and then promise me that you'll come back so that you'll be able to see once I'm back on the trails and giving you actual trail run content. Then I'll be asking you to subscribe. But for now, just boop the like button and we can call it quits right there. But finally, it's Friday afternoon. I've got an edit of this video coming up tomorrow to bring it out to you on Sunday. There may be time, if I'm getting some early morning training in, to get another extra tiny little bit of footage for you, but we'll see how the morning progresses. But just in case I don't, have yourselves a spectacular Sunday and a spectacular new week, and I'll be coming back to you with a midweek little short of something interesting relating to trail running or fitness in general. And until we meet again next week Sunday, have yourselves a special one. Take care and cheers. Good morning to you and happy Saturday from the super tight and narrow streets here in my village. You can see one of them there behind me. And Saturday, a bit of bonus content. I have to make a confession. It is already going on for 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have not as yet done any training. The morning dawned crisp and icy cold, and I was way behind on the blogging content that I was needing to write, so I got stuck into that. But fear not, after lunch today I will be back out on the mountain bike for a ride to get some cardio in before sitting down and getting to editing this very video. Oh, we've got somebody coming past with a couple of dogs. Hello! Hello! Yes! You never know what you'll meet up with along these little narrow back streets of the village of Okheba, and in all likelihood the vast majority of the people that will be walking past this morning will be able to understand English, because Okheba is one of the towns in Spain that has got, relative percentage-wise, a really large expat population. But be that as it may, let me get stuck into my 1 or 2 little pre-lunch purchases, and so I can get lunch done, get out on the bike, get my ride done, and get this video ready for you. So until next week Sunday for the next long form piece of video content, stay safe and see you around out on the trails. Cheers.